I'm Tom and I'm here at AO at Home. Today we're going over how to use your Nespresso machine. We're going to be going through how to set it up, which pods to use, the different settings the machine has, and how to troubleshoot any issues you might have. So you've just got your nice new machine and you're getting it out of the box. I highly recommend checking your manual and looking at the equipment list and making sure you've got all the components you're supposed to have. Before we start brewing, you want to give that tank a rinse. Once you've rinsed it, fill it to the top with fresh water, reset that into the machine. We want to press one of our shot buttons without a pod just to rinse that machine through. The settings on these machines could not be simpler. On this one, we've got a small shot, we've got a large shot. And on some machines, you even get a milk frother too. You want to make sure you've got the right amount of milk for the drink you want to use. On here, we've got a macchiato, cappuccino, and then a latte, just there. Obviously, you may need to play around depending on the size of cup that you have. The settings on these machines do differ model to model, so I'd highly recommend checking the manual and familiarising yourself with the settings on your machine. Right, choosing the pods. Now this is entirely down to you. I recommend getting the variety pack and then trying them all and seeing which is your preference. Today I've selected the Ristretto. Now we get to insert the pod. Now this does differ slightly from machine to machine. This one has a little lever here, you flip it up, pod goes in and you push it back down. That's then ready to brew. Once you've brewed that pod, simply lift that paddle again and it will eject the old used pod. Storing these pods is kind of exactly the same as you would store any coffee. Keep it away from sunlight, away from temperature fluctuations, and as airtight as you can. If you're finding you have some water flow problems, just check that the tank is seated properly and check that your spout hasn't become a bit clogged with old coffee. If these problems do persist, run a descaling cycle with the recommended solution. I highly recommend cleaning your milk frother after each use because this can quite quickly become a problem if old milk builds up inside it. Pod ejection issues. First things first, let's make sure we've got the pod in the right place to begin with. If you still have a stuck pod, turn the machine off at the wall and remove the pod holder. That way you'll have access to unstick any jammed up pods. Error messages. Now these really do differ from machine to machine, so I highly recommend checking your manual for specifics, but most commonly it comes down to descaling the machine, or it might just be telling you it's time to top up your water tank. Maintenance tips. I cannot stress enough how important it is to descale and clean your machine regularly. Not just when a problem happens, but you can prevent them by doing it in regular intervals. Not only that, but you're really going to help get the best flavours out of your coffees.